Danny Hoy, thank you for talking to FrankRowan.tv. You are the man that Billy Joe Saunders has decided is going to guide him through his professional career. It's a little unusual because you were his amateur boxing trainer as well. So tell us first of all about that conversation between the two of you where you decided that's the route you wanted to take.
I felt quite chuffed really that he's asked me to go on board with him as a pro. And yeah, we've worked well together, like through his amateur career, and I think we're going to do quite well as a team together in the pro ranks.
You said you were chuffed. Was a little part of you also apprehensive? Because, like I say, it is unusual for the amateur trainer to turn over with the amateur boxer. Normally they go on to an experienced professional trainer. So were you a little bit apprehensive as well? Did you sort of say to him, oh, maybe, I'm not sure?
Well, I think if you're a trainer, if you're amateur or pro, you're a trainer. If you're good, you're good. If you're not, then you don't produce nothing. So I've been given some good advice from the likes of Dean Powell. So I've got some people that's going to give me any advice that I might need on the way through. So
I've spoken to Billy Joe about, the difference between training as an amateur and as a professional, and he said, always it's that getting used to the last minute. As a trainer, what immediately do you have to change in the way that you prepare your fighter when it comes to the professional game?
I think it's more just adapting to learn how to pace for that extra minute and to relax a little bit more. Keep the work rate the same if we can, and just keep it nice and relaxed. He's just got to teach himself to adapt that way. In the amateurs, it is all about high work rate and solid shots. In the pros, you've got to use your head as well a little bit more, but that extra minute gives you that bit more breathing space to use it.
How long would you anticipate it takes to change someone from the amateur style into the professional style?
I think that's done over time. You tweak it up between fights really. You see how the first bout goes, and if there's anything there that needs to be tuned up, then you'll tune it up. So it's really between the fights, first bout, second bout. As his opponents get tougher, then you adapt and amend your training schedule or regime to suit the level of boxer is against.
Tell us a little bit about Billy Joe Saunders. What type of young man is he? First of all, psychologically, how does his brain work?
He's a very confident kid at the moment. He's never ever had any questions of his own ability. He knows, he can trust himself in that ring, and I don't think he'll be fazed by anyone he meets, regardless of their reputation, any build-up or whatever. I really think that it doesn't matter who he's got. He will have confidence in himself. He trusts me at the moment, and we'll work hard to make sure we come up with the goods.
What type of a young man is he with regard to training? Is he, because some boxers are brilliant, but you've got to push them in training, and some you don't. Where does Billy Joe Saunders sit?
He's never missed a session. He's never been late. Yes, he has been late a few times, but he doesn't miss the sessions. He's always turning up, and when we go in the gym, we work hard, and he does work hard. He's not a kid you have to tell twice to do something. You tell him what to do, and he gets on with it. So.
A little bit about where he'll be training. It's the Hoddesdon Boxing Academy. Is that where Billy Joe will be training?
Yeah, we're going to work there. He's been comfortable there working as an amateur, and it worked for him as an amateur there. And we've started to adapt the gym for the amateur boys as well. They'll be training different times, so we're going to be investing in the gym. Just to make these amendments for Joe as a professional. But again, the environment's comfortable. Joe's comfortable working there. It's local. Why change it?
You mentioned there, you have to adapt the gym and change it and obviously make it perfect for Billy Joe's professional career. Just interestingly, though, what changes do you need to make? Because a lot of people watching might think, well, a boxing gym is a boxing gym.
There's areas that we're going to work on. I think one of the main points is, well, the way I believe it is, everyone can hit someone, but not everyone can get out of the way of a punch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much the way we'll be working. And so we've just added a couple of little bits and pieces into the gym. Not dramatic changes, just a couple of little bits and pieces, and hopefully he won't get hit too much.
Danny, there's a lot of pressure on young boys when they turn professional immediately now, especially when they come off the heights of an Olympic Games, etc. How confident are you that Billy Joe Saunders, not in his ability to do well in the professional game, but his ability to handle the pressures that are going to be on him now?
I think that's something he's going to have to just learn to cope with. That sort of untested ground, really. He's got good advisors around him, not me, and they'll help him, and I'm sure Frank Rowan will help him. And he is a good listener, and I'm sure he'll learn to adapt and just live with the pressure. But again, it's untested ground, so we'll have to wait and see.
How confident are you that you and Billy Joe Saunders together can almost make history? Because not many boxers turn over with their amateur trainers and go all the way to the top, with a few notable exceptions, maybe Joe Calzaghe. But how confident are you that you can be in that sort of category?
I'm pretty confident, and Joe trusts me, and we just really work well together. I think we could sort of cause a couple of little upsets along the way, but it's a learning curve for both of us, really. So we'll see how it goes. But you can be guaranteed we'll both put in 100%. So,
Danny Hoyt, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.